So hello and welcome everyone. My name is Jay Dalsaniya, and in this video we are going to solve maximum tip calculator. Okay, quite an interesting name for the problem, and let's keep a target of 25 likes in this video and comment down your approach in the comment section below. I would like to read down your approaches as well. So without any delay, let's start the video. So here let's first of all read out the problem statement. So there are two person A and person B in the royal restaurant, and both of them are waiters, and one is called Geekina and one is called Geek. So identify like who is Geekina and Geeky, it doesn't matter. So today the restaurant received n orders. The amount of tips may differ when handled by different waiters. Okay, fine. If the person A takes the ith order, he will be getting A of I rupees, and if the person B takes the order, the tip would be B of I. Okay, fine. To maximize the total tip, they decided to distribute the order among themselves. Okay, fine. And one order can be handled by one person only. Okay. So also due to time constraints, Geekina cannot take more than X orders and Geek cannot take more than Y orders. Okay. So they have limited amount of orders that they can take. And the sum of the orders, basically X plus Y is always greater than or equal to N. Obviously, there are N orders and there are two waiters, then N orders needs to be served. Then their limitations should be greater than or equal to the total number of orders received, right? So what you are supposed to do, you have to find out the maximum possible total tip after processing all the orders. Okay. So the problem statement is very lengthy and there are many terminologies that you need to keep in mind. So I'll explain with the help of the first example. Okay. So long story short, there are two person A and person B, and there are n number of orders. Okay. For the ith order, if person A takes the ith order, he'll be getting A of I as the tip, and if the person B takes the ith order, he'll be getting B of I. Where is A of I and B of I? Here it is mentioned inside the array. Okay, fine. And there is one more thing, only one person can take the particular order. If you are talking about the order number 1, only person A or person B can take, not both of them. Okay, and this is the example number 1 which has been given over here. And what you are supposed to do, you are supposed to maximize the tip that person A and person B both accumulated will be getting. Okay, tip that person A is getting plus tip that person B is getting after serving total number of n orders. That's what you have to print in the output. Okay, so here x equals to 3, y equals to 3, and it has been mentioned that their limit is greater than or equal to n, the total number of orders that they have received. Okay, so here what I will be doing, I will be selecting any one of the order. So let's start the iteration from the first order. Order number 1, I can see person B is getting a tip of 5. Let's give him the chance. Okay, now this is now 2. Now next order, person B is getting a nice tip, so I'll be giving him the chance. Now I have y equals to 1. Over here I have two opportunities. So what I will do, I'll give it to let's say I can give it to person number A. Okay, so I'll be getting a tip of 3. Now here again I'll be giving to person number A, so I'll be getting a tip of 4. So this is now equivalent to what? 1. And here again to person number A, so now this is equivalent to 5. So what is the sum? 5 plus 5 is 10, 10 plus 4 is what? 10 plus this is 8 plus 3, and this is 10 plus 11, I get 21. Okay, so I was working greedily and I got an answer as 21. So let me just verify whether this is my maximum answer or not. Yes, so maximum answer comes out to be 21. So let's take one more example to understand. Let's take example number 3. Total orders 7. Limit of x is 3. Limit of y is 4. These are the tips that they are getting respectively. So here it has been mentioned that person A will be serving 8, 19 and 18. And person B will be serving what? 7, 15, 12 and 13. So the overall tip that they are getting is 110. So the sum of tip person A has got and sum of tip person B has got. Sum up and you will be getting 110 in the output. Okay. So I hope you understood the problem statement and what to do in the question and what we are supposed to print in the output. Okay. So now it's the time to brainstorm and understand what can be our approach. So from the explanation, you might have figured out that on the given order, what I can do, I can basically select the so-called greedily. I can select for a particular item, I can select greedily and I'll be getting the maximum answer. Okay, fine. But what about this ordering of items that are given a little bit different? Will you get maximum answer every time? Let's say to see. Okay, so now let's say to discuss the approach. Okay. But before discussing the approach, there are some things that we need to keep in mind. Should we always rely on the ordering that has been given over here? No, we should not always rely on the ordering that has been given with the test case. Why? Let's try to see. See over here, this is the ordering that I have got for n equals to 5, x equals to 3 and y equals to 3. Okay, fine. So here if you try to observe, so what I will do, I will start acting greedily. So person A, I will be selecting the first order. Okay, fine. Now x equals to what? 2. Now the next order, person A will be given the opportunity. So now there is only one remaining for x. Now the next is also 1. Only 1 is remaining. Okay, fine. Now here x has been exhausted. Now y equals to what? 3. So I can give him the opportunity. So I will be getting 4. Now I can give him the opportunity. I will be getting 3. So what is the sum? 3 plus 3, 6. 6 plus 4 is what? 10. So I got 10 is the answer. But do you think this is the maximum tip? No. What if I gave fourth order to person A instead of giving the third order, instead of giving second order, instead of giving one order? What if I give these 3 orders to person A? You might have got 100 and let's say something 111, right? So how should you basically arrange the orders? Should you rely on this ordering which is given in the test case? No. Then what to do? So basically this ordering is not basically reliable. So should you sort the array number 1 only, then apply the logic, or should you sort the array number B, then apply the logic? So if you keep only a particular array into consideration and sort the items, then also you will not get a basically optimal answer, because if you have done, let's say, fractional knapsack quotient, then you might be aware that there was a value array and there was a weight array, right? And basically you are not getting the optimal answer if you just focus on the value and sort them, right? And if you focus on only on the weight, then you are not getting the maximum answer. So what did you did in fractional knapsack? You are acting greedily, that's totally fine, but you are not acting greedily on the values and on the particular values, right? You were keeping both the conditions into consideration while selecting the item. Okay, so what does it mean? So here, instead of blindly selecting the item, instead of basically without any proper condition, if you try to select the item, you will not get the correct output. So what should I do? You should keep the overall answer. What is the overall answer? It is maximum tip. Maximum tip of what? Person A and person B, right? Maximum tip of what? Person A and person B. Okay, fine. So here, how can you keep the total tip into consideration and not the individual benefit? So that is by taking the difference between the tip that person A is getting and person B is getting for the ith item. So here I'll create one more array. Basically, I'll show absolute of A minus B, the difference between the tip A and B is getting. Okay, fine. So let's try to populate this. This is what? 0. This is what? 0. This is what? Also 0. This is now 100 minus 4 is 96, and this is what? 10 minus 3 is 7. Okay, fine. So now based on this, now if I select the maximum value of absolute of A minus B for that particular item, first of all, then what I will be getting, I'll be making sure that the maximum profitable tip is in my account, right? So whichever is the maximum tip that I am getting for the particular item, I will be selecting that greedily. Okay, so I have 96, so item 4 should be selected first. Okay, so for item number 4, what is the maximum tip that you can get? It is 100. So I'll select 100 for item number so called 4. So I'll be selecting 100 for the item number 4. Okay, so I have selected. So now this will be 2. Now next, what is the maximum tip you are getting? Maximum difference. It is for item number 5. It is 7, right? So I'll select item number 5, and what is maximum tip I can get? It is if the person A solves the item number 5. Okay, so now this is now what? 1. And for the 5th item, I got a tip of 10. Now here, what is the maximum absolute of A minus B? I have all the values same. So you can select any one, right? So I can select basically here, X is still greater than 1. So I'll be selecting, if both the values are equal, you can either go for X or Y. Okay, so I'll select X and I'll reduce down to 0. So here I will be getting 1. Now, the next maximum in this array is what? It is 0. So I'll go with the item number 2, and as X is exhausted, so I'll give it to item person number B. So this is 1. Now next, what is maximum in absolute of A minus B? This is maximum 0. So item number 1 will be selected. Now Y is what? 2. Now Y will be reduced down to 1 because this will be given to person number B, and here is what I got. Okay, fine. So what is the sum? It is 100 plus 10 plus 3. This is 113. You got 113 as the maximum answer, right? So here basically the ordering was not perfect according to the input test case. So we concluded that we'll try to focus on getting the maximum tip. In whichever item I'm getting maximum tip, I'll focus on that item. Okay. So for that I took the absolute of the tip of A and B, and then I created a new array, and based on this array I'm selecting the items. Okay. So in order to implement this, basically you can create a 2D array. Okay. And inside that 2D array, basically what I will be storing, inside the 2D array, the first column will be the tip of A, the second column will be tip of B for the ith item, and now the last column will be what? Absolute of A minus B. And based on the last column, I will be sorting this entire array which I have created, and this is what? N into 3 sized array, and I will be sorting it, and I will be one by one selecting the item based on this ordering, right? So that will be giving us the efficient answer. So now let's try to see the implementation of the same idea that we have discussed right now. Let's see the implementation part. So here is the implementation part I have done in Java programming language, but the same can be implemented in other languages. Okay. So here I have created the new array that is of n cross 3 size, and I have populated this new array. Okay. So you can see the first column basically contains A of I, and the second column contains the array B, and the last column contains the absolute difference. Okay. And then what I am doing, I am sorting this array. So this is a comparator which I have implemented the I have basically implemented the compare method over here, overridden the compare method, and you can sort a 2D array, right? Basically in other languages also you will be having different syntax, but that sorting can be done. Okay. So I have sorted based on the descending order of the last column. Okay. Absolute difference of the last column. Okay, fine. Then I have created an answer variable, and its data type has been taken as long due to integer overflow. Okay, fine. Then I am iterating over the newly created array, and let's say if x and y both of them are equal, this else will be executed. Inside else, for the particular item, I am checking either A is getting the maximum profit or B is getting the maximum profit. If A is getting the maximum profit, then I will add the tip of A to the answer, and I will subtract x from that, x minus minus, basically reducing the value by 1 because one item has been taken care of by x. Okay, else I will be giving the person B the opportunity and reducing the value of y. And now let's say if x or y, if x has been reduced down to 0, then all the items will be served by person B. Okay, so if x equals to 0, then all the items will be served by person B. So one column represents the tip of person B. And if y equals to 0, then all the items will be served by person A. So all the items tip will be taken from the 0th column. And at the end, you simply return the answer variable. Okay. So now let's try to see the compilation of it. Okay. I can see that the compilation is successful and we are getting a correct answer for the first test case. Now let's try to submit and see. And we can see that the problem has been successfully submitted. Okay. So now let's analyze the time and space complexity. So let's analyze first of all time complexity. So this is an n iteration, order of n. Now here I have used sorting on an array of n into 3 size, right? So it will be taking around n log n time, or you can say 3n log 3n. But constant, we are not taking care of constants over here. So n log n, and then here also one iteration over the array of size n. So overall n plus n log n plus n, I can take it as order of n log n. So fine. Now what about the space complexity? Yes, right. We have created a new array that is this ARR array. Its size is n into 3, row into column. Okay, fine. So I can take the space complexity as order of n. Yes. So the time and space complexity comes out to be n log n and n respectively. Okay, so that was it for in this video. I hope you understood the implementation and the logical part of this question maximum tip calculator. And if you really enjoyed this video, do hit the like button and comment down your thoughts in the comment section below. So that was it for in this video. I will be seeing you in the next video. Till then, keep coding.